West fans.
It's the agents of Sigma.
What? Brian Blessed is here today with us. And
Gorm's alive.
today we've got a very quick video to show you some terrain that's been sent to us by an Italian company called, I can never quite remember what they're called, but they're called Game 6 or Game Officinia 6. They're actually an offshoot of a proper industrial Italian kind of architectural type company.
Cool.
And then on the side, they make these, what they call their multi-game battlefield system.
There's one architect in there who makes these insane constructions for his Warhammer or 40k games
basically.
or whatever, and then one day someone sort of like, we should just make those.
Pretty much. I think
loads.
that must be what it is. And they're on Etsy, and we'll put all the links in the description below to their Facebook page and their website and the Etsy shop because it's really great. They're not on Twitter, but so you can find them all those three places. And they possibly need to work on their marketing a little bit because I'm not quite sure what they're called. But the stuff is amazing. It's almost like it's like a bit like our T-shirts, really. It's kind of like we're doing this. It's good fun.
Pretty awesome.
It's good fun, and then we've kind of let's try doing this. See what happens.
Awesome
and I think
fun.
they've done it too with this. And so this is basically you can go on their website. You can order various types of scenery, various buildings, and we've got the Gothic. They sent us the Gothic one, which is very good for Warhammer and Warhammer 40k.
Perfect, yeah.
And you can see this is what they look like when they're built. There is an amazing black church, which I haven't actually built yet. I will get Pete to flash up a picture of what that looks like. But it's incredible, and it's all kind of modular, so it all kind of fits together. There are bridges and bits, you can connect bits together and what have you. It's all very clever stuff.
And because it's all MDF, it's really solid once it's put together, so you really feel like it's not going to just fall apart on you. And it's got magnets.
It's got magnets. Pete is our magnet expert. He loves magnets. But it is really clever the way that the stuff just kind of snaps in. So I don't know if you can hear that clips together. So this bit here, when it fits in the hole beautifully,
Do the front bit.
and then I will do. This bit fits in the hole beautifully, and then it just holds it all together. If there's a magnet either side, and then there are extra adornments. So this is a
Beautiful.
kind of gargoyle on a pillar, and then it just clips. It's got a magnet on the back there, which you probably can't see.
Wait for it.
Ready? Here we go. You can just do that. It's worth it.
Just do that for hours.
Just do
And
that.
the magnets are, the MDF is thin. It's only about 2-3 mil. And the magnets are even thinner because they don't stick out proud or anything.
You can't see the magnets; they're invisible.
It's
which
just
is pretty great. And so it comes like
It's
this.
invisible and it's magnets.
It comes like this.
the best thing in the world.
This is part of the black church, I think. It comes like this. This sheet would have carried on down here. I've obviously pressed bits out already, and then you press them out. It is thin, and then you have to bend along the line. So these lines, which is a little bit, you can't see that. You have to bend along these lines, which is a little bit hairy, but actually, no, I haven't had any problems at all. I haven't broken anything, so it seems to be robust. You kind of feel like, I'm going to tear
Apart from the
it.
bit you trod on.
Apart from the bit I trod on, yeah, that's not its fault though.
No.
And it's very clever. The instructions are pretty clear. It comes with printed instructions, and say there's multiple layers. That's got 3 layers. You can put your miniatures on.
And the thing that this trounces a lot of the competition of is that it's already pre-detailed.
Yes.
And the detail itself is printed on. And it's really good. The quality of
The
it
detail is
awesome.
great. Again, we'll show up some detail pictures and go and have a look on their website for a real good look at it. But not only that, it's double-sided as well. So you've got, and it's different. It's not like
There's
all
only
the same.
there's only one problem with it being done in the detail is that this house, right, is there's not much of it left, right?
Yeah.
But there's a window here with a light on inside. So
I'm not sure that's a light. I think it's just the light shining through.
it might be.
I think
It could be.
there is a
But
window. You're right.
I can't even
some,
knock that,
some of the
'cause it
outside,
still
some of the
looks
outside
beautiful.
does a bit look like some of the inside does look a bit like it should be the outside. But
Either way, it's
beautiful.
detail.
I would never ever be able to create anything as good as that. And you know what might even be the even bester thing about it?
What's the even best thing?
Possibly is that once you've finished it, so there's
Apart from magnets,
apart
which
from
frankly
well,
makes
it is
awesome
partly the
anyway.
magnets because obviously storing scenery can be a bit of a pain in the bottom.
It can.
But as you can see, it comes apart really easily.
And because it's magnets and because it's MDF, it all goes back together pretty stiff still.
Yeah.
And at the same time, and at the same time,
And so it goes flat like that, and you can pack it away in the box.
This stuff's gorgeous.
which is pretty
Why did
amazing.
none of this stuff exist when I was a
I don't
kid?
know. Well, yeah.
Because frankly, this would just I never would have done anything else except play miniature games in my room. Well, I did that a lot anyway, but I mean, I wouldn't have been doing it with a load of egg cartons and an empty Pringles can.
I'd say, and that really, in some ways, is the actual deal, because this stuff it is top end price wise. It's a bit like the Gothic ruins, plaster ruins we reviewed way back then. I think Pete could put a link up to that. We
that
reviewed
was a long way ago.
But they are great. But these are better because they're not all grey. And
You could paint them though,
you
because
could
they were
paint them.
textured.
Yeah, you
so
could paint them. You could paint them, but
they
they're
came with a standard grey
yes,
to
but
get you started.
these are all already pre-done.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The best thing about them is that they lie flat.
The selling point is they pack flat, so if you know you've got a weekend of hard gaming ahead of you, you can put them all together ready,
Yeah.
and then they can go back in the box under the
not
bed or
annoy the
wherever
wife.
in the cupboard, not annoy the wife, which is always a plus point, and then you can take them out 16 to 18 months later when you get a second game in.
Yes,
Hooray!
absolutely, and hopefully remember how to put them back together.
Yes.
And the other thing is, you also get a deck of cards, which I haven't
Cards,
really
magnets, and MDF.
I haven't really explored exactly how they work, but basically there's a little generation system. You can divide up the board and play cards to randomly select the scenery that you put on. So that's quite a nifty little trick. I don't know, a lot of games have their own scenery choosing rules. I don't know how much you'd use them, but they're really nice. I think this stuff is perfect for...
It has footbridges as well.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. It's perfect for like a 40k aesthetic, I think.
Yes, this stuff's
in the
perfect.
big sort of
It
big-
works in AOS as well.
But AOS too, it's certainly
does.
some of the new worlds.
This will work
new
with
realms.
Frostgrave.
Yeah.
It would work in anything.
It would work in anything. It could be Arkham
Anything
for
really.
Batman Miniatures game.
Yeah, you could. You could get away with this. I mean, Gothic works quite well in
Yeah,
that
it does.
respect. You can get it. And the only time it wouldn't really work would be like a current age sort of zombie apocalypse thing. But even then, you can still ignore some of the aesthetic, and it would be perfect
to be fair, it
scenery
looks
to
quite
use.
a lot like a lot of my house.
Falling down, covered in vines.
Yeah. So
There's toys all over the floor.
that is the amazing scenery from Games 6 or Games Officinia 6. I'm not quite sure
Links
exactly what
in
they're called, but the links are all
below.
down there. Do check it out. It's really great. They do this. We've been really fortunate that they've sent us a big set, which is really lovely of them. So thank you for that, guys. But they do smaller sets, and you can start your collection off slowly.
Cannot recommend this highly enough. Can't even fault it. Can't even come up with a negative on this.
No, the only slight negative, it's not really a negative. The only is that these are really simple to put together. The Black Church, because it's massive, I did try and put it together for this video, and I couldn't do it because I didn't have time. So it's not that the Black Church you don't want to do in a hurry, but that's not really a negative. It is literally like most modelling projects. You just need to leave enough time to do it. Don't think, I'm just going to be able to press this out half an hour before the game, because you're not. These you could. These literally took me half an hour today to do. There's three and the ones I've taken it apart. Literally took me half an hour to put three of them together. The Black Church is a little bit more complicated. You basically need higher level modelling skills than I've got, but not many, not much more.
Still don't think that's a negative, really.
No, it's not. Not having.
It's too detailed.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
no,
like
it's not. No, it's not a negative. No, I suppose that was really more just a warning. Don't think you can just throw the big pieces up straight away. In fact,
I mean, looking at the big pieces, I mean, it's just just beautiful. The whole thing is beautiful.
They are lovely, and
I love the way they've in some places they've used the detail that they've printed on top to hide the magnets as well, so that once it all slots together, you just can't see the magnets at all.
It's amazing, and they have the notches in here, and so this, because these are kind of paper veneered, there's notches in here.
Yes.
So the magnets are under there, and you just can't see them. You can't even feel them.
Absolutely, it's a work of genius. You
It
can
really
tell
is.
that an architect came up with this.
Exactly. Look at the quality of this.
Because they've obviously.
This is part of the Black Church.
Wow, that's beautiful. Does it fold either way?
I think it's meant to go that way, actually. It can fold either way, but I think it's meant to go together that way.
That's amazing. That's beautiful.
Isn't that great?
You can't can't fault any of it. It's
So ignore the negative bit. I said it's not negative. It's all great.
It's a warning.
All great.
It's just a warning.
Brilliant,
It'll take you a little while to put some of it together.
It's great.
But this stuff's awesome. And frankly, if we ever manage to get any tabletop games back in, then this stuff's going to be all over it.
Yeah, I mean, it would work. It's not very Star Wars University, but you can still play. You can still play Star Wars Legion on it, which is what
terrain is terrain. After
terrain
all.
is terrain. Yes, the terrain in Spain
falls mainly on the plain.
Yeah. And on that note,